All right. We're going to do a rope trick. Anybody like rope tricks? All right. Great. We're going to do a rope trick. And I'm coming off and the camera's not going to be able to see me. But that's okay, because I will come back on in just a moment. Tell you what, I'll have you to help me out here. You help me out, and you to help me out. Now I want you guys to look at those ropes. Look at those ropes. Make sure they're real ropes. Make sure they don't stretch or anything. You go, whoa, anything like that. Okay? Or, is that a real rope?
That's real.
That's a real rope. Okay. What about yours? Yours a real rope? All right. Good. And it doesn't stretch or anything, whatever? Okay. What about yours? Yours really a real rope? Okay. So what we have here is we got 3 ropes, all 3 ropes about the same size, right? No? Oh, hold on for a minute. Hold on a second. Let me fix that. All right. Here, I can fix that. Okay. Now, all 3 ropes about the same size now, right? Oh, no, not down here. Just right here. All 3 ropes about the same size, right? Yeah. See, I told you. We've got all 3 ropes. We've got 1 rope. We've got 2 ropes. We've got 3 ropes. All about the same size. Now, I told you I was going to do a rope trick. Now, I'll tell you what. To do this rope trick, I'm going to just tie these 2 together. And tie this together. Now, what we've got here is we've got 3 ropes. All 3 ropes about the same size, correct? Yeah, see, I told you. You just have to believe it. You see? Now, have you guys seen magicians when they take a rope and they cut it in half and then they restore it all back into one piece? Have you guys seen that? You seen that? Yeah. Does anybody know how they do that? Some of you know. Yeah, no, but I don't. But that is a good trick. That's just not this trick, okay? That's another trick, okay? So if you know how to do it, please come up and tell me, and because I would love to know how to do that. But the trick I want to show you right now here is this right here. Check this out. Everybody ready? Now I want you to concentrate, okay? On the rope, not me, on the rope. Okay, here we go. Ready to watch. And typically we'll have somebody over here, hey, I saw you do that, you just move your thumb. And so then at that point I say, yeah, you're right. Okay, you called me. Well, listen, magicians typically don't tell how they do tricks, but I'm going to tell you this one because that's the way I'm going to teach it to you, and then you go home and you can learn how to do it. All you have to do is get you a nice rope and put it in your hands just like this, your thumb right here, your finger right here, and you pull the rope up, and when you do with this with your finger right here, your thumb's actually doing the trick. Look at that. You're moving it up and down just like this. Pretty cool. So you can take that home and do that with your mom and dad and fool them. But you see, the reason why I'm teaching you this is, listen, here's the deal. I don't have any supernatural powers. I don't do sorcery. Any of that Harry Potter stuff. God tells us that we need to stay away from that. It's not from God. And He says stay away from that. When I do are tricks. That's all I do. These are things that I've learned how to do to trick your mind. See, I do tricks. God, He's the one that does miracles. And everything I do it because I want to have fun, but I want to tell you about Jesus and teach you about Jesus. So, but that right there, that's not the trick. The trick I really want to show you here is that we do have 3 ropes. We've got a small rope. We've got a medium-sized rope, and we've got a long rope. So, there you go. Now, you know what though? These 3 ropes here, they kind of remind me of something. They kind of remind me of what a lot of people think sin is. You see, a lot of people think that there's such thing as little sins. You know, like telling a little white lie, or maybe stealing like a pencil or a quarter from your friend. You know, they think, well, that's just little. It's no big deal. And then they think that there's such thing as big sins, like robbing a bank or killing someone. Those are big sins. And then there's medium-sized sins that aren't as bad as the big sins, but they're worse than the little sins. But let me tell you something, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. In God's eyes, a sin is a sin. It does not matter. There are no levels of sin. They're all the same size. You see, in God's eyes, telling a little white lie to your mom and dad to get you out of trouble is the same thing as robbing a bank in God's eyes. It's a sin. It's disobeying God. And when you disobey God, you sin. Now, however, there are consequences to sin. And you tell a little white lie, you're going to get into some trouble, but not as bad as you will robbing a bank. So here on the earth, you do have consequences. But in God's eyes, if you ask Jesus to forgive you of your sins, any of them, no matter how big or small you may think they are, no matter what you've ever done in your life or what you ever will do, if you ask Jesus to forgive you, He will forgive you. And you will be forgiven completely.